Shit, that's our thing. For some of us, it's been our thing for decades. And some of us have joined in more recently. In our little corners, we'd built toilets, worked with communities, and built a body of research. But India still had half the open defecators in the world. Then the government launched a campaign to make sanitation front and center. But the question remained, toilet ke baad kya? We needed to find solutions across the sanitation value chain. So we met in 2015 when over 100 of us came together to talk shit. The question before all of us? How are we going to move from containing shit to treating it? We decided to form the NFSSM Alliance to influence critical stakeholders, and in a record-breaking 14 months, developed India's first national policy on fecal sludge and septage management. Since then, FSM policies have passed in 19 states and union territories, and 100 city governments have committed to sewage treatment for their citizens. Next, 4 task forces were formed to work on specialized areas of sanitation. First, the important question, show me the money. The Finance Task Force looked at ways to unlock funding for sanitation solutions, making FSM a priority for urban local bodies via a memorandum to the Finance Commission. Then it was a question of how. The Technology Task Force worked twofold, educating and encouraging 20 sanitation companies on FSTP construction, while educating pollution boards on fecal waste to make this a smoother process. The next step was creating awareness. The Communication Task Force looked at communications beyond flush and forget to come up with messaging and campaigns. And finally, sanitation solutions had to be inclusive. The Gender Task Force brought together 180 policymakers, practitioners, and grassroots campaigners to drive home gender-inclusive policies. Next, to drive policy into practice, we undertook capacity building and shared our best practices through communications. We worked directly with local governments to implement sanitation through capacity building partners such as SEPT, CDD, and ASCII, and the National Institute of Urban Affairs Sanitation Capacity Building Program. Technical service units in 6 states and a program management unit in Delhi came together to share expertise and scale these local solutions to a state and national level. When successful solutions were found, we shared stories of model FSTPs, sanitation entrepreneurs, and community engagement, so more governments could take on sustainable sanitation. Finally, we sensitized the private sector on participation beyond toilets through our corporate sharpshooter, the ISC. Harmonizing all of us was Chorus, our one-stop shop to share, connect, and learn. So after 100 convenings, 7 platforms for collaboration, much capacity building, and innovative communications and institution building, where are we now? Together, we have changed policies and moved cities to action. We have pushed corporates to get involved. We have engaged citizens into good sanitation. Yet this is a drop in the ocean. We need to scale our efforts to influence government. We need to change behaviors and leverage technology solutions. We need citizens to join the good fight. There is a long way to go, but we are on the way to the future we imagined, where waste is never wasted and nor our lives.